Welcome to Talk Law Radio with attorney Todd Marquardt of the Marquardt Law Firm at marquardtlawfirm.com.
Welcome to Talk Law Radio. I'm Todd Marquardt. On the radio, on podcasts everywhere, on Facebook Live, on YouTube, and on talklawradio.com. Today we're exploring the laws that protect our rights as United States citizens here at home and why so many people around the world still dream about our rights. Mm-hmm. Today, I have Joseph Warren with Financial Planning HQ. He's going to be giving us the financial focus. Today marks 250 years since the Declaration of Independence was formally adopted.
Yeah.
And I want to wish you a happy Independence Day.
Happy Independence Day to you too. Thank you, Todd.
Thank you. Tell us what's in store for the financial focus.
Yeah, I really think about the history that was made 250 years ago during the founding of this country. You had a group of men who came together and really put their lives on the line. They committed what the British considered treason, and their honor on the line. And they also put their fortunes that they had back in Britain on the line, on a risk, and really a gamble, because they cared about their posterity and they cared about the legacy they were going to set. So we could be here today and enjoy things like freedom of speech, right? Freedom of religion. And when I think about that, it inspires me. You know, we're an American company, and I think some of those ideals actually carry through to our financial planning business. Some that I really like is that our country is self-correcting. So you think about mistakes that we've made in the past in this country, like slavery. We didn't stay stuck in that. There was the Emancipation Proclamation that came, Civil War, a lot of struggle and things like that, the Civil Rights Movement. But we're a country that can self-correct. And the same way our philosophy as a financial strategy should also self-correct, because the world is constantly changing. Things are, we have AI now, there's oil shocks, there's just so many factors that go into a financial strategy. So it's good to have something that can self-correct and that can be relevant to the times that we live in today.
And your company and you personally, you use history to shape your financial philosophies.
Yeah.
And so how does remembering the Declaration of Independence shape your financial strategies and philosophies?
Yeah, when they signed that Declaration of Independence, a few years later, there was the Bill of Rights. And I like to think of the financial Bill of Rights, of thinking of really what your rights are as a client of our firm. And I think it's a good way of putting it and kind of framing it, especially on the 250th birthday of America, the USA.
And so what's the first of the Bill of Rights, the financial Bill of Rights?
So First Amendment, we all know, is freedom of religion, freedom of speech. But here we say it's the right to a values-based strategy. So really a strategy that's all about you. Last week I was talking about standard industry practice. I also know it's standard industry practice because I came up in that, where the first meeting is sometimes they make it all about themselves. These are my credentials as a financial advisor. This is my investment philosophy. This is my experience that I have in the industry. Our philosophy is it should be all about the client.
Wow.
So we start with what's important to you. Thinking about the legacy of our founding fathers, what legacy do you want to have? What do you want to leave for your kids and grandkids and future generations? That's the first conversation we have. It's called the values conversation. Instead of talking about our why, we want to know what your why is, so that if we decide to work together, all the advice will be based on that, based on what's important to you, not what we think.
Well, in the Bill of Rights, the Second Amendment is the right to keep and bear arms.
Yep.
What's the Second Amendment to the Financial Bill of Rights?
Yeah, that's one of my favorite amendments. They're all very important, but that's one of my favorite ones. But the right to defend your wealth. So I want to ask the audience a question, which is, do you have a strategy for if things go wrong? And a strategy is not just an investment person telling you, it's not smart to sell during a market crash. That's not a strategy. That's reactive, right? So maybe someone calmly saying it's not their money, but I know the market's down 40%, but it's not smart to sell right now is not a strategy. A strategy is something you create beforehand, before something goes wrong, with a clear head, a clear mind, And it tells you exactly what to do if you have a long-term care event, if you lose your job, if inflation goes to 7%. No matter what happens, whatever's worrying you, we'll have a written strategy. That's another thing about the founding of our country. It's written. It's not just in the financial advisor's head or financial planner's head or in your head. We believe in writing it down, and our clients have access to it and can look at it at any time.
That's right. That's incredible peace of mind. So moving down the list, we have the 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th Amendments. They cover things like quartering soldiers, unreasonable search and seizure, due process. How do you apply those legal rights to protecting somebody's savings?
Yeah, I'm just going to focus on due process. I think on that one, you have the 5th Amendment, and we believe in a right to a clear process. So you know exactly what the next steps are that you need to take. Part of our strategy is creating a step-by-step plan of action that's prioritized. So you know the next thing I need to do, or the next thing my tax person needs to do, or estate planning attorney is X, Y, or Z. You know exactly what it is. A clear process also means that it's a dollar amount. So it's not saying, put, up to the IRMA limit. That's the Medicaid premium where they increase them. In Roth conversions, it's saying put X dollars in Roth conversions. And if you ask us why, we can break it down. This is exactly why we're doing this exact amount. So very specific, clear process is very important.
So that level of communication with your clients creates or requires a lot of bandwidth.
Yeah.
That leads right into the 7th and 8th Amendments, the right to a jury trial and protection from excessive bail. I know a lot of affluent listeners feel they're paying excessive taxes. How do you stop that?
Yep. That 8th Amendment, excessive bails and fines, it also talks about cruel and unusual punishment. I know some people consider paying excessive taxes as cruel and unusual punishment. So, I would ask another question. Do you have a tax strategy? A lot of people do not have a tax strategy. And it's costing you thousands of dollars if you're financially successful and you don't have a tax strategy, because there's a lot of improvement that can likely be made. Just thinking about, my father, Steve, there's been 2 times where he checked the work of a CPA and he found $20,000, $10,000 worth of savings.
Wow.
Me as well, with my business owner client, just, a year ago, I found a deduction, qualified business income deduction, that was missing. And they're going to send my client, I believe it's $14,000 in a refund.
That's amazing.
So we audit that and we check it because we believe in checks and balances. That's just came up out of the blue. But we believe in those checks and balances. And when you have a team, that's the jury trial, a jury of your peers, of a tax expert, insurance expert, coming together, there is a level of checks and balances. And we're discussing what is the best action that this client can take. Everyone's aligned. Everyone's mind is on the same thing. How do we get this client to achieve their goals for the reasons that are important to them?
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
So the 9th and 10th Amendments are about the rights reserved to the states and the people respectively.
Yeah.
What are the 9th and 10th Amendments of the Financial Bill of Rights?
Yep. I love the 9th Amendment. In studying for this, I think it's a very interesting amendment that if the power doesn't go to the government, it goes to the states and to the people. And here, that's power to the people. And we believe that the ultimate control lies with the client. It's all about them. I think a mistake I've talked about making early in my career was thinking it was about me. And I think when you're young, you kind of think that way. But I learned it really is all about the client. That's why we're in business. That's why we do what we do. We wouldn't have a business if it wasn't for the clients. So at the end of the day, we answer to them. We make sure their team is coordinated, and we answer to them saying, this is the progress you've made. This is the next steps you need to take. This is the next steps we need to take. And this is why. And this is how it fits with what's important to you. So I think that mindset shift of it's not about me. It really is. It's not even about our firm or our why. It's about the clients and really doing everything we can with a strategy to make sure they're protected and they achieve their goals.
If somebody's interested in talking to you about your Financial Bill of Rights, what should they do?
Yep. We cap our practice at 50 clients per an advisor. So we can give them a lot of attention and really focus on all these aspects of their finances. But if you want to have a 30-minute conversation, no obligation, that's going to be beneficial to you whether we work together or not, call me at 210-444-28 444-2128. That's 210-444-2128. Shout out to America. Happy 250th birthday.
We got to take a break. When we come back, we'll be with Shannon Roberta Salmon. We'll be talking about Independence Day.
This has been Talk Law Radio with attorney Todd Marquardt, brought to you by the Marquardt Law Firm. You can learn more at marquardtlawfirm.com. And be sure to listen to the full Talk Law Radio show Saturday mornings at 11 on 9:30 a.m. The Answer.
Most families don't realize they have hidden legal blind spots until it's too late. Wills, trusts, Medicaid planning, even protecting a business. These are the kinds of issues attorney Todd Marquardt helps uncover before they become problems. Todd is the host of Talk Law Radio, where each week he guides listeners through the legal challenges families, veterans, and business owners face, while showing them the practical steps to protect what matters most. Catch Talk Law Radio, Saturdays at 11 a.m. on 9:30 a.m. The Answer, 6:30 a.m. The Word, and now in Houston on AM 1070 and 103.3 FM The Answer, or anytime on YouTube. Planning isn't just about documents. It's about peace of mind, security for loved ones, and building a legacy that lasts. Don't wait for a crisis. Do it before you die.